here and we're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Snettertons Farm. And for those of you who watched the last live stream there, we did quite a bit of work. Again, we tried doing some small square bales again, the small little bales. Unfortunately, they kind of struck out again. And again, for those who watched the live stream, you'll know why. The bale pickup trailer for that. Oh, let's see if I can show you folks a moment. Baling technologies. This horrible little thing right here, which is supposed to pick up those little square bales, does not. It does not pick up grass square bales, which is what we did the first time around. I made grass bales. Like, well, okay, it probably makes sense. It doesn't pick up grass bales. It probably picks up hay bales. So this time around, we made hay bales. Well, it doesn't pick up hay bales either. So, very horrible little trailer there. Definitely would not recommend checking that out. Unless maybe you folks have had more success with it. Maybe you've gotten it to work. I've been told it supposedly works with the large bales, like the big square bales for some reason. But anyway, pretty much picking up where we left off from last live stream. We're continuing to cultivate in the oilseed radish here. And I'm thinking we're probably not going to do that again. I don't know what's up with the oilseed radish here, but it is not evenly fertilizing the field. So if you look at the field here, there's like huge spots that are missing. I'm not sure what is up with that because it was not that way. You know, all the fields kind of look like field 19 here. One application of fertilizer on them. But yeah, now you look like 6 got some huge areas missing. 7's got a few dots missing. 8 hasn't been harvested yet. And then, actually 2 actually looks okay, I guess. I'm not sure what's up with 6 and 7 here, but anyway, I went ahead and sold the oilseed radish plant as well. I was like, okay, we're probably not going to be doing oilseed radishes here again. Again, the purpose for oilseed radish, you know, cover crop. And then when you cultivate it in, you get fertilizer from that. Which, yeah, like I said, for some reason is not working properly. I don't know what's up with that. If Seasons Mod changes something and derps it up, or if maybe this map is just derpy with oilseed radish. I don't know, but definitely seems to be very buggy. And I mean, if we check, at least field 5 here, I mean, it is fully planted. Ready, I guess it's not technically ready to harvest. It never really is. But if we check, you can see we're getting fertilizer there. So it is putting an application of fertilizer down. I think if we wait for another growth stage, it'll probably get 2 levels of fertilizer as far as I know. But don't really want to wait that long. I want to get the wheat or whatever we're going to plant here, our winter crops planted. So that is what we're going to be doing here this episode. Let's see, did you finish? You didn't. Okay, moving on to the next field here then. Also, money-wise, you can see we're probably doing pretty good at the moment. $855,000. That is from silage and then selling crops and then just, you know, the general production that goes on this map, greenhouses and logging places and whatnot. So I've sold all the silage at this point. There's no more silage left. We do have the bales for those of you who watched, again, the live stream. We got the bales down here. That's apparently something the Seasons mod changes as well. Apparently we have to wait for these to ferment. Hopefully that's actually the case, because I thought I would have seen a percentage on these. I have seen that, you know, before. There's actually a mod out there. Okay, you got to wait for the bales to ferment. But normally there's a percentage on it when it does that. So, you know, it's like, okay, 0%. Fast forward time. Okay, now it's 50%. Okay, now there's silage. So not showing that on these. So hopefully they'll eventually become silage. I don't know how long that takes with the Seasons mod. But once they do, we'll go ahead and sell those. So that'll be a little bit more money. We got the trailer sitting down here waiting to load these. This field is fertilized as well. Okay, so let's get started here. And we're going to start seeding. I figured 4520. Which horsepower is the 4520? Let's see, what's our garage? Probably the easiest place to look it up. Let's see, 43, 45. It has about 130 horsepower. Interestingly here, the picture shows a no cab version. This one is apparently a cab version. We'll maybe put you on the small drill. Okay, what do we got for winter crops here? We're going to check seasons mod here. So, planting seasons the green line, so we can do wheat, barley, and canola, apparently. And then if we scroll down here, we can do all of these as well. Oats, rye, spelt, triticale, millet, and sorghum. So, I think it will plant like maybe 2, 3, and 5. Maybe actually 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the same crop. I don't know what. Let's see what's here. What do we want to do? Maybe actually look at prices. What are prices for some of this stuff here? So oats are pretty good price. Not sure which one that one is. That might be, is that rye? Whatever one that one is, that looks like it's got a pretty good price. Ooh, that's got a really good price. I'm not sure which one that one is without going back and looking. Like either one of these three are pretty good. We got triticale as well. The price is actually probably down on that because we sold a bunch, so that might be why. So that is spelt. Okay, and that is rye. How about, why don't we do some spelt? Yes, let's do some spelt. Maybe we'll do that on a couple of fields here. Like I said, I'm going to maybe try to group up the fields a little bit. I'm thinking like maybe the 4 fields over here. Also, probably should plant some sunflowers again. Again, for those who watch the live stream, we were harvesting the sunflowers. Didn't really get that many sunflowers. I think like maybe 40, 50,000 sunflowers off that field. So not a whole lot. Hoping for a little bit more than that. That should be more than enough to feed the pigs, though, hopefully. I don't think they take that much. Okay, so I'm going to hire a worker on that. Okay, that tractor, what else do we have? You're down there. We got you. Yes. Maybe put you on the other seeder here. And then I plan to purchase one more seeder yet as well, so we can really get the planting moving here. Man, we'll set you to spelt as well. Plant the larger field here. Assuming this will probably produce straw as well, I would think. Probably something we should think about. We definitely want some more straw again. Even with all the straw we got, very quickly running out of it. Oh, this field has not been cultivated. Don't remember if this drill does no-till or not. I don't think this one does. The other one does. We need to get this field cultivated yet, don't we? In that case, we'll plant the other field then. And speaking of that cultivator, we're using the Alice Chalmers cultivator. Might have to look at getting a different cultivator. It works fine if I use it myself, but as a hired worker, the hired worker doesn't use the full width for some reason. The hired worker appears to think it's around 6 meters wide. And again, I have tried to change it. There's 2 width numbers in the XML. Both of them are set to 6.5 meters. So I changed them both from 6.5 to 11.5. Again, the cultivator is about 11.9 according to GPS. So I set it to 11.5. I figured, that'd be good, give us a little extra padding there. But it still does not seem to take it. And yeah, if you look at it, it's, very derpy in the way it cultivates, unfortunately. So, well, it is a huge, it's a large cultivator. Like I said, 11.9 meters. So it's a nice big cultivator. The hired worker doesn't think it is. And unfortunately uses about half the width. So yeah, not sure how to fix that on this cultivator. Like I said, there's 2 widths in the XML. I corrected both of them, and it still does this. So there must be something else in the XML that's not set right. I took a look at it in Giants Editor as well. Didn't really see anything. It's like, okay, I have no idea. Okay, you set the widths right. Apparently there must be something else that controls it as well, because the hired worker still, like I said, I suppose I could put it on course play. That would definitely be more efficient. It's nice to be able to use a hired worker, though. You know, just pull up the field, hit H, and go, rather than having to set up a course play course. Anyway, like I mentioned, we're going to purchase another seeder here. I'm thinking probably the same one. I do have a couple of other seeders as well. I'm thinking another one of these would probably be kind of nice. I do have the 1590 grain drill. That is 6.1 meters. Nice seeder. It's a little, I think it's a little small, though, for this map. Suppose we could really go big and get an air seeder. I wasn't thinking we were going to go that big, though. Then we also got the Great Plains here. This is a nice one as well, 12 meters. The only thing is it doesn't fertilize. So it can either go, a nice thing about this one, though, it does do no-till, as far as I know. So that one does no-till, but doesn't fertilize. This one fertilizes, but doesn't do no-till. So kind of a toss-up. Also, I would say this one looks a little better as well. Oh, which one do we want to go with here? Kind of leaning towards the bigger one, just because of we got some big fields now. This one's 12 meters. Yeah, let's go with this one. I know it doesn't fertilize, but we got a fertilizer spreader. Okay, and then, of course, we need a tractor to go with it. And I'm sure you folks probably already guessed what tractor I'm probably going to select. Find it here anyway. Stopping at the 8R series, of course. Do we want an 8400? Yeah, we probably do. Like I've been mentioning, I kind of want a 400 horsepower tractor here, so 30 all duals. That sounds good. Design basic. Of course, we want green star. Design with fender, without fender. Let's go with fender, sure. Front weight. Yes, we'll do the front weight. That should be good. Almost $300,000. Okay, now we got ourselves a nice large John Deere. And along with it, at some point, too, we'll get a larger 4H wagon as well. Again, our smaller tractors here are really struggling to pull even the smaller 4H wagon we have now, so I find it to be a little bit ridiculous, to be honest. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking. A little bit of a contrast here, the newer tractor versus all the old equipment we have. Sugar beets. Well, we definitely are not going to be planting any sugar beets. How about some rye? I don't think we've done rye yet. That was, I'm assuming that was an autosave. That was a nasty autosave there. Okay, let's get this filled up here a minute. This should be a good tractor as well for like pulling our wagons there. Again, our 200 horsepower plus tractors really struggle pulling some of those wagons. And again, the plan, by the way, is to start getting some larger equipment here as well. We'll definitely be sticking with some of the smaller, older stuff yet. We'll probably get some of the larger, old equipment here as well at this point. Speaking of which, we could pay down our loan. Like I mentioned, I wanted to pay down half of it, so we do have enough money to do that at this point. Pay it down to $300,000. We could almost actually pay the entire thing off, but I'll pay it down to $300,000 for now, and then we'll see how it goes. At $295,000, close enough. We still have $200,000 left yet. Okay, and I'm going to start on the larger fields here. Not sure if I want to plant all the fields or just... Yeah, how do we want to do this here? How many fields do we want to plant? Maybe I'll actually leave these fields. And maybe I'll plant 20 and 19 and something. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to leave these fields, and we'll leave those for like corn and maybe soybeans again. Actually, you know what? I think we can double crop soybeans here in the Midwest. Might be wrong in that, but I think we can double crop them. Corn, I don't know if we can double crop that. The corn still is not ready yet, by the way. Yeah, there's a field exit down here in the bottom corner. Anyway, we'll read some comments here in a moment. Farm Boy was saying, you're the best YouTuber. Well, thank you very much for that. Tim was saying, I got 261,000 liters of silage off of field 52 on Pleasant Valley version 3. Nice. Jonathan was saying, a very interesting video. Big fan. Well, thank you very much for that. Kowalski was saying, do some farming at USA too. And yeah, we'll probably do some more of that at some point. And zero out the offset here. Yes, there we go. Again, this tractor shouldn't have any issue pulling this seeder. And I do plan on getting a different row crop seeder. Folks probably saw on the list there. It was the blue one. Probably be getting that for next year. I don't see a sense in getting that yet, but for next year, hopefully we'll get it. Also, want to change out the combine header. No, maybe we'll do that right now. Why don't we? So for our current John Deere combine, if you find the header here a moment. And again, for those of you watching the Drummered series, I want to do the same thing there as well. We're going to get rid of the 630. And we're going to purchase a different one here. Got a McDon pack. And the nice thing about this, the McDon pack, if I can find it here, it has trailered headers. So the headers fold. Let's get this, I think 35. 35 is the smallest one. Main color, let's get that in roughly John Deere green. Gonna be a little bit bigger header, but it's gonna have a trailer, built into it, kind of like the larger headers in Farming Simulator do. So that's gonna allow us to, fold it up and unfold it as we bring it through the gates here. That should hopefully work out a lot better for us. Oh, I guess that's all it does is put a green stripe there, doesn't it? Yes, a McDon header here. Hopefully that'll work pretty good. Oh, it's got a belt in it too, doesn't it? Interesting. A little bit different style header. But like I said, I might try this on Drummered Farms as well. Again, we got the same combine on Drummered Farms. This tractor group here as well before I forget. So I might be trying that same header. I do have a folding header as well. I might try that on some of our smaller combines. We'll see once. It's only a 6 or 7 meter folding header though, so it's a little bit smaller. I don't think that'd be a good choice for on this map. Declan was asking, does the Farming Simulator wheel work on the Xbox? I've had conflicting reports about that. Obviously, I can't test that myself. Some people say it does. Some people say it doesn't. So, not really sure, to be honest with you. Jacob was saying, hey. Mustang Gamer was asking, what is the fastest way to raise your rating on Pleasant Valley version 3? Probably buying the factories. Every place you buy, I think it gives you 1 point or maybe 2 points. I'm not sure. I'd have to check that again. But yes, buying factories gives you, like I said, I think it might actually maybe a couple points. I'd have to go back and look, to be honest. Not really sure how many points it gives you again. Oh yes, one thing I don't like about this planet too, the wide turns it requires. has kind of the same issues as it did in the Farming Simulator 15. 15, it did not fertilize either. And then, yeah, really wide turns within 15, too. On that, it's a really cool planter. Definitely more, again, I would say more American-style planter here. Dylan was asking, are you on the iPhone? Yes, we're playing Farming Simulator 18 on the iPhone. Josh was saying, for that cultivator, there should be an AI work width that is separate to the working width that you edited in the XML. Yes, again, like I said, there is 2 widths in the XML. They were both set to 6.5. And the first time around, I only changed the one. It's like, okay, well, that didn't work. I went back and checked. Oh, okay, there's a second width in there. So I changed them both to 11.5, and it still does the derpy, only using half the cultivator. So I don't know if there's something else somewhere. Yeah, not really sure. Again, obviously the mod author screwed up the working widths. I mean, that's for sure, because he had them both set to 6.5. But again, like I said, that cultivator is more like 11.5. In fact, I don't know. You check in the shop, does it show as 11.5 now? Oh, where's that cultivator? It shows a 6.5. Okay. Yeah, I don't have the fully fixed one in my folder at the moment. Steve was saying that Oliver Combine, I believe, is a reskin of a McDon Combine, I believe. Could be, I'm not sure. We're just going to make it easy on ourselves and skip a row here. Something you can definitely do with the GPS mod, which is nice. The William was saying, good video. Thank you very much for that. Donald was saying, great live stream. As usual, I missed the live part of the stream. Affiliate was saying, you can control the distance with the Control W to go forward and S to go back with Follow Me. Yes, and if, I don't know, maybe you missed that, but I did actually do that. I set the one to 15 or 20 or something like that. So you can set the distance with Follow Me. You can also set the offset as well. So it's hold down the Control key and WAS it. So W is what increases, S decreases, and then A and D change the offsets. Alexander was saying you should get a 9RX. I think that's probably a little bit big for this map at this point, at least the equipment we have anyway. Scott was saying you're the best. Well, thank you very much for that. Jeffrey was saying the 7800 is just having a good time. Yeah, good time not working. Spencer was saying, well, I just like the console. Ah, good person, good person. Jake was saying, first like and great video. Thank you very much for that. Dean was saying, hi. Christopher was saying, why is this video on 360? 360p, that is. Possibly you watched it right after it's uploaded. Now, YouTube seems to be a little bit slow about processing here as of late. I don't know why that is. Tractor was saying, I spent all day looking for a combine like this. Talking about the John Deere S680. What do you call those kinds of combines that don't have the folding hatch on the top? So the folding grain tank, I'm assuming. I'm not really sure what they would technically call that, a grain tank that doesn't fold. Although I think on the 680, I have to remember what 680 again. Maybe it does actually fold. James was saying, after checking the discussion boards on the Modding Central UK, I found this XML edit that will allow the SOB baler to load the small bales from the John Deere small baler. And again, yes, for those of you who watched the live stream there, we made the small square bales using the John Deere square baler. Again, it all comes from the same mod author as far as I know. The same mod author did I think it's a conversion, by the way. He did the conversion on the baler and the bale trailer, and apparently did a really sorry job of it. Just no excuse for that negligence, in my opinion. I mean, a quick test of it. Oh, this doesn't pick up the bales. You would think the mod author would realize that. It's you know, same thing as like the John Deere 9R, the 9620 when we first got it. The 9620 didn't even steer. I'm like, really? Now, more than likely here, by the way, with the 9620, it's possibly the 9620 was leaked and stolen, which is possible, in which case it's not really the mod author's fault. It's the fault of the sorry individual that uploaded it. And again, you know, I think you would maybe test it before you release it. Damien was saying we sold our 9500 and got a 9560 STS bullet rotor. I haven't been able to harvest though because we get way too much rain in Iowa. Seems like it's been about the opposite here where I live. For those of you who don't know, I live in Michigan and it has been dry. We did actually get some rain here the past weekend, but up until then it's really been dry, which farmers are probably actually liking, if I had to guess. You know, probably making the harvesting really easy on them, I would have to assume. Oh, I see all the hired workers are finished up there. Probably should do something about that. Yeah, due to the derpiness of the width on this as well, the hired worker doesn't properly turn around. And come to think of it, he turns around in the middle of the field too. Interesting. Oh, yeah, hired workers. Farming Simulator seriously needs to fix that and address that issue. Chalet was saying you should get a 1480 combine. I'm not even sure what a 1480 combine is, without saying the brand name anyway. Kind of sounds like an old Case combine, but I could be wrong on that. We'll finish this last little bit here for the hired worker. Oh, well, get it all. Ooh, just barely. Yeah, like I was saying, according to the GPS here, this shows it is 11.9 meters. Oh, I can see another tractor rolling over there. Hopefully folks can see that. Black smoke just going. That looks like the International. Yes, some of these old iron tractors definitely roll coal, by the way. Unfortunately, I've been informed, by the way, that all the old iron links have been taken down, apparently, so that's kind of too bad. Not sure why that is. But yeah, apparently you cannot get any of these tractors anymore. So the Alice Chalmers, Farmalls, Internationals, from the sounds of it, all the links have been taken down for them. Again, I don't know why. Whoa, talk about missing there, the hired worker. My goodness. sure why the hired worker's missing that much. That seems a mite excessive. Okay, hire the worker. Like we need to maybe get you out of the way. Or maybe he's finished. Yeah, I think Lancemont actually said he was finished, so... No, it definitely is not. Okay, we'll hire you on fertilizing this field here. And then we'll finish up this. Oh, and looking at time, looks like it's actually time to wrap up the episode. So with that, if folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.